Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Alma, Missouri. The start of year 2 on the map. We went through the winter months, took care of the animals, and we got a new one. We got Mr. Romeo on the farm with us today. Finally got him brought over from parts unknown. But he is here, and he is welcome to be with us. And yeah, our money situation, where last we left off, we completed a corn contract. I think the corn contract was around like $30,000, 35,000, somewhere in there. Yeah. We did a couple more. There was a green bean contract that it was too hard to pass up, and I worked tirelessly. Let's get that word out. I worked a long ways into the night to get that done, and just got it scraped by before the contract expired. You know, for $56,000, we kind of needed that. We ended November just at 200,000, and yeah, we didn't buy any additional equipment, any additional land. The loans, $16,000 a month, if I remember correctly. Let's just take a look. Yep, $16,000 a month and change. It takes a toll on the bank account. We kind of need to keep that money up. So, with that, we're ready to start off this new planting season. Ooh. Oh, okay. That's just a little glitchy here. New game update version 1.10 came out just this morning at the right before recording. So yeah, we got that all taken care of. We've got our horses here. We do need to get those taken care of sometime in this month. Fitness is at 100, riding is at 0. We'll need to take care of those. But before we do that, we've got some milks that we got to collect and sell. I've already took the liberty of filling up the trailer. We got 10,000 liters of milk in here. We should be empty in the barn. Yep, milk is at 0. So this is a couple months worth of milk. Let's go ahead and get this taken over to the dairy. And before we do that, we also have an additional, let me zoom in here. We got some additional supplies over here. We got some more milk from the goats. We'll get that taken care of. The view's good, but we prefer this setup. Yep. Get the old can of spinach opened up. See if we can get this dropped in. Yeah, even though it's 279 liters, we're still going to grab it and put it in. There we go. When does the wool get to be sold in? Wool. Where's it at? WOOL. May. So we'll get that taken care of. But for right now, let's go to the good old dairy We also have some supplies up there that we should probably pick up and sell. I had a little bit of an issue earlier where I forgot to... There we go, we got those strapped in now. I forgot to start the dairy productions. So we didn't start those until it was either... I think it was December. So we got to deal with that. We should have a few crates of different various cheeses and milks and such. I am still in the market, though, for a different setup for our dairy productions. Doing this, yeah, it works. The last time I brought the milks up there, yeah, let's just say doing 2 trips I mean, we can do it. We can do 2 trips. I would prefer not to. I would prefer to do it all in one go. Oops. I guess I'll be paying for that road sign. When I was back in Paligny, I had my dairy production set up, on my farm. So the water buffalo I had, it was easy enough to go get, and then the goats. That was a little bit of a trek, but it wasn't too bad. I had a routine there. And over here, I could have the same routine. But I would prefer to do, since everything there is on my farm, instead of the goats being in a totally different location, I would prefer to do it all in one trip. Just like coming up here to, let's take a look here. Let's see what we got. We've got some various cheeses. We got different cheeses. We got some palletized goat milk. So I'm looking forward to selling that. So it looks like we go, right now, 3 of each. And we have an additional cheese pallet inside. So, we can't load all that into the truck. So that's why I would, in the near future, like to have a new setup. And, just as a spoiler alert, we're going to do this. Yep, we got the JCB Fast Track Icon 4000. Very good tractor. I like that tractor a lot. We got the potato harvester header for that. We got the Seed Hawk. We got a Massey Ferguson. We don't need either of those right now. Maybe the Seed Hawk later on, but, our money situation is not there. But what I am looking at is, if we come out down into here, we got the Mack Truck Anthem tanker. Now, right now, the capacity is 8,000 liters. We could change that to a 20,000 or 40,000. That would be easy enough. Our milk production there on the farm, I think it's 60,000 liters. So we could just bump it up to a 20,000 capacity. We could do a paint job. And it's this right here. It's a nice hitch, which means we buy this for 105,000. We go back and we already have, I think it's the Bailey that we got. We don't have, I forget which one. I think it's this one. Oh, it's this one right here. It's this. This is the one that we got. So, and it's got the standard Pindle hitch on it, which would work great. We could hook it right up to that truck. We've already got this this guy going. Yeah, buying that truck would be the best option for us, I think. And I love going to a new map. I love playing with new equipment. I have never, I mean, it's a semi. What can go wrong with the semi, you know? Yeah, top speed is, only 49 miles an hour. But we're not looking for this thing to haul exorbitant amounts of stuff. We need to haul a trailer so we can get supplies to the sell points. We need to haul our dairy liquids. Yeah, I think this would be, I mean, not right now. We need to wait until, June, July, August, or maybe we sell the cheeses that we got. But yeah, I think this guy right here would be our, and I think it would just be fitting on, it's a Mack. What could go wrong with a Mack truck, especially on a United States farm. So yeah, this is definitely going to be in the books for purchasing in the very near future. And we can haul with this. We can haul the milks, water, diesel fuel, oils. I'm not sure what that is. Don't know what that is. Different oil, grape juice. We can haul pretty much anything that we need that's in liquidized form. So yeah, we're definitely going to get that. And then if we get to the point where we need, a little more capacity for the liquids. I mean, we got the Volvo here, this guy. And this holds 22,000 liters. I don't think we can, and we can go a little faster. That's no big deal. It's got the pin hitch that we need on the back, which would be great. This might be another option, but later on down the road. But yeah, if we need more capacity for, say, slurry, say, digestate, those other things, if we go up to our semi-trailers, we got, oh, wrong thing, wrong trailers. Let's go back. I don't think they're under here. There's no tanker trailers under here. We got to go down to the animal section. And this is just one of those things that's like, why? Yeah, if we need to haul more, we can grab ourselves another, we can get this guy. It's a pin hitch. It's got 25,000 liter capacity. So yeah, we could definitely do something different here. And with that little escapade out of the way, let's go ahead and drop this guy off right here. We can leave it hooked up. We'll just make sure to turn it off. And we need to figure out what we got to do today. So, I was looking at a few things. We could buy a field. We can buy this field here for 38,000. Buy this one here for 29,000. And we're looking at an additional 1.2 acres for each one of those, I think. 1.2 and 1.7 acres. But that's going to cut into our balance right now, and we still need to lease a few items or buy, depending on the price. But we've got these two fields over here, 13 and 6. We've got field 1, 2, and 3 as well. I think what we'll do, we'll go back into here. I want to get into the pH section. Look at the nitrogen. Our nitrogen's pretty much non-existent according to the chart here. But we can't rely on the color anymore. We have to rely on what it says for the pH value being good, bad, indifferent. So you just kind of hold over the section. These two fields here have oilseed radish in them. So we will be good for the nitrogen when everything's all done. So what I think we'll do is We don't have a yield percentage right now. Our grass field, this one is wheat. So I think what we'll do here for field 6 is probably plant that one to sorghum. That way we have a better food supply for our chickens. Field, because how many acres is that when it's all done? 6.5 acres. This one here, 4.43. I think we're going to plant that one to oats. That way we got more food supply for the horses to keep them going. And then I think, depending on what we got to do, I think field 3 we're going to go to... Oh, do we have... Did we buy... I think we did buy the soil information. Yeah, it's just because there was nothing planted there and we didn't harvest it. So we harvested after... Or we bought the field after it was harvested. So I think field 13 we're going to plant to oats because that is the proper time right now. We could wait until the next month to plant oats, but I don't want to get all the planting, have to do it all in the same time. So let's go ahead and we'll start the process of planting that to oats. And we'll go up to the shed up here. I need to reposition, get this tractor out of here. Yep, windshield wipers are going even though we're inside a shed. So we'll just park this right alongside over here. We can leave it outside for now. Close enough. Make sure to turn it all off. And then we've got this guy here, our Ultima, which is not a direct drill, which after this season, maybe in the fall, this guy is a direct drill for the planter. We're probably going to get that swapped out. Not that I don't mind having that as a non-direct drill, but for the benefits of precision farming, and since we don't have to worry about plowing all of our fields right now, we've gone through, plowed everything, so we don't have to worry about cultivating or anything like that before planting. Okay, let's go ahead and we are on the back. And why? That doesn't want to, it's supposed to be left button Y, and I swear I was hitting that, and it's not working right. Alright, and there's our oats. This also does not do fertilizing. So, not that we're, gosh darn it. I didn't want to open the cover either. There we go. I just wanted to zoom out. That's all I wanted to do. So yeah, we would like something that does fertilizing. We want something that does, whoa. Oh yeah, that right. Ah. That is reason number 2 why I want to get rid of this. Because I didn't hit that corner that hard or that fast, and it fishtailed me. I've hit corners a lot faster with heavier pieces of equipment or whatever, and I do just fine. But for this one, for some strange reason, likes to fishtail. And I think it's because of the bogey wheels there at the seed tank. I think those throw me off. But regardless, see, and there I go destroying a crop just because, you know. Yeah, I'm hating this thing more and more. In fact, let's stop. As much as I shouldn't do this, I'm going to research. So we got our, this is the Knocklinger Ultima 800. It does 8 meter. There is a Bednar system here that this will do fertilizing and seeding. This connects to it. The problem is this one doesn't do direct drilling either. This one is a 3-point on the back of the vehicle. So let's go back. There's the 3-point right there. So it connects to this. But the problem is it doesn't do direct drilling. 9 meter would be perfect. It'd be excellent, but I want something that's direct drill. This guy was on sale in the market, but we really don't need anything 25 meter right now. That's not direct drill. That's not direct drill. That's definitely not direct drill. This guy is overpriced, to say the least. This K-brand 6 meter. This Bednar 6 meter. The K-brand there. This Pottinger 5 meter. If we do anything, we've got to go up. The Borgalt here, it's 182. It does look like it's a self-contained unit. Did it do direct drilling? Let's go back. One of the things I want to look at is make sure we do seed and fertilizing, and this is a direct drill. So we are going, and oh, this is 8 meter. I mean, it's the same as our Knocklinger. That's an 8 meter as well. We could go case. We could do side-by-side attachments for these. Yeah, they're direct drilling. That one's a 5.2 and this one's a 4. This is a 9.1, but I do not like this one here. And even these ones, it seemed like I was using way too much fertilizer for what I was doing, because I could go through with a fertilizer spreader, you know, the Amazon, just that 3-point attachment to the back. On a 5-acre field, I know I could get by with less than 3,000 liters. That's a 6 meter, that's a 4 meter, this is a 12 meter, 168,000, does only seed. So then again, you know, this one does only seed. This Massey's 4.4, the Seed Hawk, that's 3 meter. See, this one does have the tank. Does do direct drilling. It would be a direct replacement for the Knocklinger. In fact, we could probably get our money back and maybe make a few dollars doing that. And that's the end of it. There is one other option. We go here. Every single one of these does some sort of row crop. Okay. You know, corn, sorghum, sunflower. the case, corn, sorghum, sunflower. There's two options here. We're not going to look at that one yet. We're looking at this Voltra, which will do liquid fertilizer, solid fertilizer, and seed. It seeds at 11 meters at 7 miles an hour for 109,000. If we do this, get the design 1, design 2, design 3. I wish they told you if it was a tank, if it was liquid. You know, I wish they told you a little bit more information than, because right now this is just the seeding unit at 5,000 liters. That's 8,000. That goes to 10,000. Because that's an additional 5,000 liter fertilizing. And then we add the 1.75 Ks on. Is that right? No. 1,500s on each side to make it 3,000. Yeah. That's what it is. I've never really played with this. But this guy here, 7,500 liter, design 2. And I do not know what the heck it's changing. It's not showing anything. Beacon light, standard brand. We can go case, calendar. We can throw all the different brands on there. Rear hitch we don't need. Main color. Well, the rear hitch would be nice if we decided to throw an additional tank on there for doing large application stuff. 172,000. Again, it is row crop. But the row crop also includes pretty much everything except potato, poplar. This is wet rice, so the Asian rice, and sugarcane. That's what this one does. This one also, you can go up to a 50 meter working with, which it's there. So what I think we may do is, I think we're going to try this Voltra out. We can get the Voltra. I think we may keep it the Voltra emblem. Massey Ferguson we can put on there. Design 1. I think we'll do design 2. We don't need all of that extra on there. Nice thing is it doesn't change the price. We've got 132,000 right now. Let's go ahead and get turned around. I cannot remember if I have it set up to be at my farm or not. So, that's oilseed radish. We don't need to worry about that. That's my wheat that I, did a little bit of oopsies to. I'm tired of this thing. I'm tired of it. I think I still need to go up to the main shop, but I think it's at the farm. See? You saw that here, folks. I am not going that fast with this thing. This is why I don't like this. And yes, I'm on a rant about it, but if you don't like something, little things like, and that's not a little thing. That's a big thing. That's a big problem. Even when I was doing the seeding of the wheat last year, And the oilseed radish in the other fields and such, you know. Okay, let's make sure we're like, 15 miles an hour. Let's hit the corner. Okay, it didn't do anything. So we do need to go up to the farm or up to the shop to sell the equipment because we get a little bit more value on it. We can do a full repair on it, full paint, all that stuff. So let's just go to the shop and we'll come on back at that point. We just got the seed dropped off. Get ready to sell this. The more I drive it around, the more I am calling it a gigantic blue pile of crud. Okay. Yeah, yeah, I am not happy with this thing. Not happy whatsoever. Let's go ahead and give it a repair. I mean, do we need to spend $7 grand on paint? If I were to sell this right now, it's $150,000. So let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and sell it. Yeah, we get a little bit more money back on that doing that. We made about an extra $1,000. Let's go ahead and sell it. Okay, and while we're here, let's go and buy the Valtra. One of the things I forgot to look at was the horsepower requirements of this implement, and that's 250. The Kinsey is 300. So this case will pull it just fine. 11 meters, 7 miles an hour. That's not bad. I just wanted to look at one other thing on this. Yeah, we could see it at 12 miles an hour at 8 meters. Yeah, we're sacrificing a little bit of speed. But for my sanity's sake, I think it'll work out much better. I mean, this thing will seat at 15 miles an hour, but I don't want to go that route because, like I said, that does everything. This one does the standard crops, small grain and row crop, where this one does the potatoes, beets, carrots, or not potatoes, sugar beets, red beets, carrots, parsnips. So yeah, we'll stick with this guy here. Let's go ahead and put design 2 on there. All right. We're not going to worry about finding used the main color. Let's go ahead and what color should we put on there? Should we make it I think it's already light gray. Okay, so that just changes the seed tanks themselves. It doesn't change the body at all. So let's go ahead and rechange that. Let's change it to what's Valtra? Does Valtra have a color in here? Valtra green. Yeah, let's change it to Valtra green. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Let's go before we get buyer's remorse. Let's go ahead and buy that. 109,000. Yes, please. Thank you very much. Okay. And I should have looked. I didn't see the purple lines on the ground. Is it? There it is. There it is. It's at the store. Okay. What else was I going to do? Do we need... No, we should not have to worry about fertilizer, so I'm not going to worry about that. The seed situation, we should be plenty of seeds. We got more seeds at home. We'll just restock with the seeds that we got. 30-some hundred liters. And then I'll see you back in the field after I get this all loaded up. All right, we are coming up to the field. And just to make sure that, ooh, stop. I have noticed that I need a heavier tractor, one with better brakes, for pulling this seeder / planter. Anyway, let's go here. Let's just make sure we're in the correct field. Yep, we are. We are planting this one to oats. Oop. Inadvertent movement of the mouse. All right, let's go ahead and we will get this unfolded. We take a look at the movements. A lot of articulation. It's pretty cool. And because this is direct drilling, we don't have to worry about any of that stuff. I do want to turn these off real quick. Yes, that is a mod. It is called Easy Development. And let's turn this on. Let's get this lowered. Did it lower? I don't think it lowered. No, I didn't want to do that. There we go. Now we're cooking with Crisco. And, oh wait, I gotta turn it on again. All because of stupid AI. There we go. Let's go ahead and get this field. I'm gonna turn the radio on while we're at it. Let's go. Just finishing up the little straggler spots here. You know, the long strip that we just did was so I can get a thumbnail picture. You know, had all of that for the gram, I guess, you know. So yeah, this seeder / planter, because it does everything. It's technically a planter, but yeah, regardless of what it is, works out pretty well. Even driving down the road, I did not have any of the fishtailing issues that I had with that Knocklinger. Alright, so we got our oats planted, and I think it's time to go get the roller, which we can either lease one, and I have been leasing one the last few times for the wheat field to my right. And then for the grass field as well. And now for the oats. So I think it's about time that we buy a roller, because I do like rolling. Whether or not you get that little bit of bonus for precision farming, I'm unsure of. But we can send an AI worker over there to do the rolling, and we have to tend to the horses. So we'll get a horse or two going, and then probably see you back when we're all done with that. But first, I need to get this thing dropped off in a location that we can easily assess it for next month's planting. And because now that we got the big John Deere, we can do 2 fields at the same time. And there we go. Now we got the delivery point set up over here. Let's go grab a roller. This is the one we've been getting. It's a 12.3 meter. That's a 12.3 at 7 miles an hour. 7 miles an hour. Yeah, we could use that guy, but I think this one works just fine. That Amazon at 7.6, this Brandt at 8 miles an hour. Yeah, this guy right here, we will lease it for this year. We'll keep it through the corn planting, so next month. So we'll only pay 1 additional month of leasing fees. All the stuff doesn't matter. It's only an additional $325 per day. Yeah, let's go ahead and get this leased. And we are disconnected. And we'll let the AI do the rolling. There's nothing too pressing that we got to do with it. Come on, a little bit more. Oh, yeah, that's why. There we go. All right. Get this over to the road. And then we get to go ride a horse or 2 or 3 or 5. Start the job. All right. Now, because we got the horses, we'll get this guy first. I am going to turn my notification HUD stuff back on so that I can see what percentage we're at for the writing. All right, let's get to it.
Summer
the 5 horses taken care of. Let's just check on their job. Probably gonna have to clean up that spot there. Yeah. We'll have to make sure that gets cleaned up. We'll let them continue on that. And yeah, what else are we gonna do today? I don't think we have really anything else. Oh, we do need to run up to the dairy production and grab our cheeses and such. We got some wheat there, we got some straw, we got some oats, we got some corn. We're kind of saving all that stuff. So yeah, let's grab the pick 'em up truck. And we'll hook on up to the green trailer. And we'll go up and grab our cheeses and milks. See if I can back up. Okay, where's the spot at? There it is. A little bit more. There we go. And by the time we do this, then the rolling should be done. I don't know if we want to sell the cheese and milk yet. I think we just may hold on to it for a little while. You know, leave it as a kind of a money in the back pocket type of thing. Sometimes you forget about it and it goes to the washing machine. And then you find it when, oh, cool, you know. But as soon as the rolling's done, we'll get this stuff collected. And then we'll go on to the month of April and get ready for the big plantings. The 2 really big plantings. Cut the corner. Woohoo! Make sure you abide by all traffic laws, people. Do as I say, not as I do. Isn't that what they say? Alright, we got the bakery right here. Alright, Jeb. Alright, let's see if this works. I'm gonna press a button. Okay, I pressed 2 buttons. There we go. What do they sell for right now? We got goat milk and we got cheese. That's fine. The cheese. Cheese, please. We can wait till September. We're kind of in the downward slump. September may be one of the best times that we sell it at. And then we got the goat milk. September as well. We could sell it. I mean, it's at $28.62. We sell this back to the dairy. How does that work out? I don't know. Usually we would throw some things up there, and I'm not going to do it right now, but we would drop different sell points. The little market comes to mind. There's a Granny's Home Goods or something like that. I forget what it's called. We could drop those down. However, I really want to maintain keeping the production and sell points, especially the sell points, to the base map. If we drop like the little market down, we get a 20% bonus for anything that we sell there. And don't get me wrong, and that's pretty good, pretty stinking good actually. But it's just one of those that I do it on all the other maps, and I'm thinking this one here. And I said from the beginning that we're going to use pretty much nothing but base game productions. There are going to be a certain few things, like if we do the bakery where we make strawberry shortcakes, per se. We would need to drop a greenhouse. So we are gonna drop a greenhouse or two, maybe just one. I'm not sure exactly what I want to drop down yet, but we are gonna put at least one. Oh, God! I just bought this truck too. Okay, who in chat's going to talk to my insurance adjuster about that and say, that was a freak accident. It was a tornado that came rolling through and they took out the trailer and put it into the truck. Who wants to tell my insurance adjuster that? Anybody? Anybody? No? Okay. I guess I'll go talk to him. Maybe it'll buff out. Let's take a look. See if we can buff it out. Oh, nice. We fixed the problem. All right, let's go over here because I knew they would leave stuff. Because they always do for some strange reason. Let's go ahead and drop this. Get this little point right here. We got one little section up here. Let's check the map out, because the map will really tell us. Okay, we can take that off. Rolling. Oh yeah, we definitely gotta hit that corner up there. So yeah, we will swing up there. This field, I mean, it is what it is. It's already planted. Okay, so let's hit this corner. We'll go up to the other corner, and then we will call it a session. And because we can, this one raises up. So that helps speed us along. Whoa. Slow down, hot rod. Slow down. Or is it turbo? Either one works. We were coming in hot. All right, I think that was it for that. Let's check the map one more time. Yep, it looks pretty clear. And hit the button, hit the button. We're now folding her up. That's why I like this one. It folds up. You can raise it up for traveling fast between fields, traveling fast inside a field. You don't have to fold it up completely. So yeah, this one is just an all-around good version of a roller. Yeah, we'll get back to the house. We'll get this parked off to the side. I'll see you there. All right. The sun's finally showing. We still got water on the tractor. But we got our oats planted. We got our rolling done. We got the horses taken care of. You know, today was kind of prep work for the horses, I guess. You could say that. Bought ourselves a new seeder slash planter. Planter slash seeder. It should be a planter. Got our upgrades on the little case here for the upcoming fertilizing. And yeah, we are well on our way to the harvesting portion of this year. We got 4 fields to go, something like that. We got some corn to plant, some sorghum to plant, some soybeans. I haven't mentioned this yet, but one of the 2 big fields is going to be soybeans. We're looking forward to that. But yeah, we thank you all. And Mr. Romeo over there, you know, the nice little new doghouse at the, you know, tippy top of my head there. I got him a new home. He's back with me, coming straight from Paligny and Maypole Farm. He travels with me a lot. He's got his paperwork. He's got a better looking passport than I have, folks. Come on. But anyway, thank you all for watching. I do appreciate everything. We got the like button, the subscribes. Please hit those. Let's support the channel. Let's get this channel to grow. We are well on our way to 250. That's the next goal, 250 subs. And until the next time, we'll catch you later. Bye, everybody.